All right, guys. Before we get into it, I had to put a scene in. We had some technical difficulties. We're still kind of figuring out everything, and so this is going to kind of be the lead in to the podcast. I just want to say I'm so grateful for you guys, and I feel so blessed to be able to release the first podcast and have the overwhelming amount of support I have. Which I kind of touch up in the beginning. But I wanted to announce, and you guys deserve a grand announcement for this podcast with all the support and the messages you guys have given me and what we're going to turn this into. So with that being said, I really hope you'll enjoy the podcast, and I'm so grateful for you. And yeah, I love you guys, and let's get into it. Um, Really quick, I'm gonna say this really quick, okay, and then we're gonna move forward. I know what you guys are thinking, Cayden. What's wrong with your hair? I can't tell you, to be honest. I need to get a haircut, but I'm going back and forth on what haircut I should get. I like the buzz. I like the buzz, just military cut. But not a lot of people like that on me, so I'm going back and forth. I tried to gel it like backwards when I was out and about. Um, and I just looked like a wannabe mafia gangster guy. So I don't know how I feel about that. And then there's the side part, but I mean it's like going to be the same thing. I feel like, especially with how I dress. But we'll see. I'm going back and forth. So by next episode, I should have a haircut. I hope I do because I really am getting tired of having to look at this rat's nest on my head. So before I get into it, I'm gonna just break a few things down. Now that we're actually rolling into the podcast and it's not just me talking the talk. Um, these podcasts, I plan these podcasts to be around 20 to 30 minutes. I don't want them to go any longer. Oh, I don't want them to go any longer. The idea is for them to just be short, a quick kind of podcast, something that's easy to watch and it's not 5 hours long. Because let's be honest, and I'll be honest with myself, I'm not that interesting. It's okay. I get it. I get it. I'm not offended by people saying, Cayden, no one wants to watch you for 2 hours. I'm sorry. You're not that interesting. That's okay. I'm not judging people for it. So getting into it, obviously you've already seen the title of this episode. Um, but um, what's the episode about? So today's episode, and at first I was actually going to do something else, which will be a later episode now. But last minute, I was kind of contemplating going back and forth, and um, this this topic just kind of grabbed me. It grabbed me more for the reason being that I'm in this generation. So with that being said, what do I think our generation should be doing? This is purely my opinion, um, and this is something I have failed to do for a good amount of time, and I'm trying to be better at. So with that being said, what are my goals? As someone who lives amongst the younger generations, what are my goals? Um, and I think that these things are what I'm striving to do, and I would like to share that towards you because I'd hope that my energy and my build of habits that I've been trying to get these past 9 months reflect on this, and I want to be able to give this to you as well. So this episode is very much targeted towards the younger generations, being high schoolers and even some middle schoolers, and college kids and even young adults who are we're finding a lot in society struggling to find a career, right? Working that full time job that's not really fulfilling. So yeah, so let's get into it, and then throughout I'm debating, and we're gonna find out. Well, you guys are gonna find out. I don't know right now. If at the end I do kind of a fun little clip, um, but yeah, so let's get into it. So what should our generation be doing? I had to sit down and ask myself this. I came up with the idea of this episode at 11 at night. It was like actually 11:30, and I typed it out, meaning just the framework. I typed it out, and I've read through it. I've thought about it, and this is what I found to be like I had said before, most aligning with me. So let's get into it. Actually, really quick, I'm going to say this really quick. Before I started this podcast, or, sorry, when I was starting it, I had this funny thing that I'm debating if I do. I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger, but I'm debating on if I do it every time. So that's gonna be something for the future. But I'm gonna take a sip. Okay. Okay. So, number one, faith. I think faith is something that we very much are struggling and lacking with in our society as a whole. But I believe that the younger generations are the generations to come. We will mold society within the next 10 years. I believe that we will have a very big effect on it. So by bringing awareness to faith within the younger generations, will inevitably roll into the majority of society, I believe. So with that being said, growing in a relationship of faith with Christ, with Jesus Christ. I have said before, I'm a believer of Jesus Christ. I'm baptized. I'm a follower, and I try every day to be the best human I can be. But at the end of the day, I am a sinner who is forgiven. And that's something we all need to understand. That is a big piece of following Christ. So growing in spiritual faith is and forever will be the greatest ROI of our lifetime. And for those of you who don't know what an ROI is, it's a return on investment. So meaning that the more you invest in your faith, the greater the return. I think that's something that we forget. And when we go in and we start praying and reading our Bible, which I have right here, and we start reading our Bible, we find struggles up front. But that's with investments too. When you invest $50 into something, or like in video, when you invested, it was like $120, and now you make $200. Your ROI is greater. Having faith in Him returns faith in you. Your faith reflects on you. I really believe that. And that's why we see a lot of these Christians who are very faithful. We find a lot of faith in them and trust. Understand that in a world separated from God, you will feel different from others, being the majority right now. As you grow in faith, to find yourself differentiating from others is a completely good thing. Hoping that those people follow along, obviously, but that is a good thing to feel different from society, and pray that one day society moves towards that faith as well. Like I had said, this feeling it means you're growing in your journey. You are becoming more of a follower, and I think that that's such a great thing, and that's a great telltale sign that you are doing better, is because you're finding yourself not at these events with your other friends. You're finding yourself being made fun of. You're finding that people aren't understanding why. Why? It's just one thing, right? It's just one thing. It's always just one thing. And people will look at you weird for it, and that's a good thing. You need to be happy. You need to be proud of yourself when that happens. Growing faith in ourselves. This is number 2. As said above, building faith spiritually returns ROI physically. Meaning, spiritually versus physically. When we grow our faith spiritually, physically we are brought up. There is a sense of peace and glow and a faith that comes to you. Having faith means trust, and trust builds confidence. Pure confidence, not the bad confidence. And understanding this will only better you. Number 3, aspiring to change spiritually. Setting a bar or a goal for spiritual wellness shows spiritual intelligence. Do this, and self-awareness becomes shockingly easy. All of these things stack on each other. They're all keys of separate doors, and one door leads to another, and another, and another, and another. And the beautiful thing about our faith and our journey is it's never ending. There's never a point where you're going to become bored, or you're going to feel like you've attained or accomplished everything. You will always have space to grow. So for those people out there which we're finding a lot in this generation, may I add, for those people out there who are struggling, because nothing feels fulfilling, and you have accomplished everything you've ever tried to come towards. Ask yourself if you're a follower of Christ. Ask yourself if this is something that you're practicing, because I promise you, you will never be, you will never, ever accomplish everything within the realm of Christianity. And I think that's something that's pretty cool. Number two, so moving on to the next category for things our generation should be doing: building values, preparing ourselves for our future. Focusing on present pleasures is acceptable, but understanding that setting up future success will prosper us more, and more importantly, prosper those around us, meaning your kids, your wife. By rather than focusing on the now, focus on the future. And with this, will become more prosperous, and in a way, you'll become less selfish. You'll become more selfless, because you're worrying about the future, about the people in your future, the people along your journey who will eventually walk with you, being your children and your spouse, your wife, or your husband. Being young is an opportunity, and this opportunity leaves very quickly. Being young, you hear all these people. I was so energetic. I was sleeping for 4 hours. I was getting up. I was working for however many hours. I was running everywhere. That's true. That's something that the younger generation struggles to see, and that's where it comes with that statement: being young is an opportunity. It's something. An opportunity is something that comes. It presents itself. Now, are you going to use it? Are you going to take advantage of it? Or are you going to let it pass by? Because the opportunity will pass by unless you use it, unless you use the opportunity. Before we know it, our energy, drive, excitement, purity, all these things leave. Understand your pleasures now are the most temporary they will ever be. And what I mean by that is understand that this energetic sense, this excitement, this joy for what's to come in this world, the idea of not knowing, that exciting feeling will leave. There will be a day where you will find yourself in a consistent loop, or a consistent line where you understand more. Right now, we're so curious, and I think that's something that is very important. Caring only about present pleasures is the most selfish thing you can do, because caring about future pleasure benefits many, like I had said before, especially your future family. That's what it's all about, is setting yourself up for success, to pass on to your children, right? I think that's such a cool thing that we get to do, and what a blessing it is. And that is a statement or something I wrote down that I thought to be very moving. So I'm gonna say it one more time. Caring only about present pleasure is the most selfish thing you can do, because caring about future pleasure benefits many, especially your family. Finding our core values. The sooner we lay our pillars as young men and women, the faster we find success. The sooner we understand what our goals are, what our values are, what we care about in life, the sooner we'll find success, because you already know what you're looking for. You've already gone through the door. You're not standing in front of a million doors. You're already there. Building yourself on unstable pillars leads to early collapse. This requires a reset that we may have time for, but shouldn't want to go through. Meaning that if you build your values, if you build your beliefs to be selfish, to be self-benefiting, to not be the strongest, it will collapse at an early age. And I want to point out really quick, I want to take a pause. For the adults listening, I'm not saying I know it all. I don't think I know it all. I think you guys know more than I do. And I think we should give you more credit. We should listen to you more. And that's going to be a funny one. My parents are going to laugh at that. But you guys bring value, and these are just things that I've learned from adults, from talking to people. So I want to point that out really quick, because I don't want everyone to think I know it all, because I don't. This is just what I've learned so far and what I've come to realize. Understand what your value is what you aspire to be, and both your strengths and weaknesses. These things will help strengthen you in your journey of value building. Where do I focus? And where do I understand that I'm not the strongest at? By understanding your weaknesses, I believe you're only setting yourself up for bigger success. Maybe you're not a public speaker. So maybe you shouldn't apply for a job that requires public speaking. That's an example of knowing that you're not good at something and continuing to do it, because you're probably not going to be at that job for very long, or you're going to be moved. And it's going to take a tally. Versus being a public speaker. Don't go work at a job where you don't talk to people. Go work somewhere where you can speak. Use your strengths, because they will grow and they will also benefit you in many ways. Valuing our communities. Younger generations are becoming disconnected from their communities. We must reverse this. Community involvement is one of the most rewarding and exciting things you can do, period. Helping others. And to those who say, oh, helping others that's not exciting, then you don't help others. Really take a step back. Find who you are, what your values are, your strengths, your weaknesses, and go out and help in the community. Get involved. Go and work at a nonprofit. Go donate. Go help the veterans. Go to a retirement home and go play board games. Go play cards. They would all love it. And learn a thing or two. Get involved in your communities. Doing this will only strengthen things. Being involved, having an understanding, these are all things that are important and that we need to do as the younger generation, and we need to hold each other accountable. Do it once a year, once a month, once 6 months. Do it for free. Donate the money back if you get paid. Do something good. Be a good and valued citizen of your community. I think that is something that is super cool, and what a blessing it is to have the opportunity to get involved in America. Get involved. And that moves on to point 2. Get involved. Do it. Do it. I think you'll find much joy and excitement. Now, don't go do something that you don't think is interesting. But if you love playing card games, go play some card games. If you love listening or learning, then go to a town hall meeting. Shake some hands, introduce yourself. You might meet someone and they might put you down an alley that would be very beneficial for you. Valuing our families and friends. Gosh, what a thing we take for granted. Family and friends. What a thing we don't understand. That is super awesome and exciting. To get to hang out with people and have people you love, and be grateful and be enjoyed, to be in someone's presence and be enjoyed by them, vice versa as well. What an awesome thing that is. And parents and grandparents, and so much more. These are all things that we need to understand are important. And they bring a lot of value and excitement and smiles into your life. So after watching this podcast, that's one thing I ask you to do is text someone. Text someone you haven't talked to in a while. And ask how they're doing. They might blow you off. They might not talk to you. Or maybe they'll text you and you'll end up hanging out. And you'll end up meeting someone through them that's going to help you. Or vice versa, they meet someone through you that helps them. Maybe they're in a rut. There's so many things, and I think that's such an important thing, is to value family and friends. Life is a roller coaster. Find your inner circle, because it will benefit you immensely. It will benefit you immensely. It will. There's a group called the VIP 50, and they basically come in and they teach you, and I had the opportunity to go to this. I wish I would have gone, but I didn't. I would go if it came back. They teach you, and this is for really a networking thing, and networking and leads and clientele for real estate and lending and businesses. But anyways, VIP 50. How you write down a list of the 50 closest people in your life, and you use them as your network. They are your business. Through them, you meet others. Now, I don't understand fully on it, so I can't really describe it. Because for one, I mean, I could, but I don't want to. I don't want to chop it, so I'm not going to get into details. But the point is I think that's awesome. 50 people. That's all you need. All you need is the closest 50 people to send out referrals for you, and then you do whatever. Buy them a dinner, or whatever the case is. Get them a Christmas present. Understand that your loved ones and friends and family are the most important people in your life, like I had said before. Truly, understand this. Career. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, deciding what our goals are within career POV, point of view. For those still deciding on a career or preparing to study for one or studying for one, ask yourself why you want to do it, and more importantly, how it benefits those around you. So, over benefiting you, that is very important. You have to pay your bills, you have to keep a roof over your head, you have to buy food, right? But how does it benefit others? The most fulfilling thing you can do is serve others. That's the truth. Whether it be building a home, laying a foundation, being a therapist, being a receptionist, being an accountant, whatever the case is, serving others is the most beneficial thing you can do, and you serve others in every job. Every job. Even Amazon delivery drivers serve others. So again, ask yourself how it benefits others around you. Value is not found in money. It's found in relationships, self-worth, faith, and self-value. Understanding your value, being faithful, following Jesus Christ, being so open about being imperfect that you follow in faith of Jesus Christ. I lost my thing. Oh, there we go. Self-worth, same as self-value. And then relationships, going back to family and friends. This is very valuable. To have goals is to have drive for something bigger than yourself. I think you guys really understand where I'm getting with that one. It's having goals should be bigger than you. Because that's what's accomplishing. Is to take on something bigger than you. If you take on a dog, right? And don't mean to get volatile, but I'm just going to use this as an example. You take on a dog. It's cool. Like, yeah, that's an accomplishment, right? You've beat. That actually sounds really bad. I'm gonna go ahead and change the subject on that. Oh, dude. Okay. Well, you guys get the point. The point is when you take on something smaller than you, sure, it's an accomplishment, but when you take on something that is twice your size, wow, what a cool thing that is. What a cool thing that is. So make your goals bigger than you. Make them take 5 years to achieve. 10 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be. Deciding if our career requires schooling or trades. So with this, deciding if it is necessary. If you're going to be a lawyer, go to school. If you're going to be a welder, go to trade school. If you're going to be a plumber, trade school, right? But there are so many things that I personally believe do not require schooling. And if they do, then a very minimal amount. Get the credits. Don't get the degree. And I'm going to get very controversial for a minute. And to those who believe in school, I'm not devaluing your opinion. I'm just stating mine. I think that school could be beneficial, very beneficial. I think education is one of the most beneficial things to society in terms of morale, understanding, conversation, etc. But I truly believe that we don't need school to be successful. I think that's where the idea of that becomes an issue. If you want to become successful, you don't need school. Get that out of your head. I truly believe that. And preparing ourselves for the steps needed to enter this career. You guys get the idea on that one. I've kind of touched that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight Now, I'm going to go ahead and highlight family because this is how important it is. Focusing on the ones who matter most. Ask yourself, who matters most? When you find these people, put your time into them. They are the ones you will hopefully live your life with. Don't take them for granted. Make people take others for granted. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. Many people take others for granted, and this only hurts both you and them. Don't take people for granted, especially those who are close for you. Reach out to them. Tell them you love them. Give them a hug every time you see them. Sit down and make it a point to have a lunch with them. Do these things because this not only benefits the other person, it benefits yourself. It really does. Building relationships that last 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years, a lifetime. That is the greatest thing you can do, to serve someone else in the way of friendship. I'm focusing on valued friends and family. So not just family. Family doesn't always just mean blood. It means more than that. It means a spiritual connection. Connection through memories, through experiences. Having many friends is fine. You guys know where I'm going to go with this one. Having many friends is fine, but understand that 90% of them won't impact you the way your closest circle will. Build an environment that breeds success, not opposite. And I'm going to highlight something with the difference I said in the top. Okay, but really quick, I'm going to touch up on this. It's like the saying that I'm forgetting. Of course, basically saying that it's okay to have a lot of friends, have a network, answer calls, save contacts, follow people on social media. But at your Thanksgiving dinner, at your Christmas dinner, at your birthday parties, have a circle that you can really hone in on, that you can really care about. I think it's so important. I think we get so lost with the idea of more better, the more the better, which is completely opposite in every way. But I'm going to use the family friends thing. It's important to have a small circle. To have a small circle is so powerful, to nurture it. And then highlighting what I said with the build an environment that breeds success. Like the saying goes, you are who you hang out with. Hang out with people who have similar dreams. Hang out with people who follow Christ, who go to church on Sundays, who go out into the forest and go on hikes and be in God's creation, who are starting businesses, who want to become real estate agents or lenders or pastors or accountants, whatever the case is. Be in conversation, be in a group that is going to benefit your goals as well. Because I can tell you right now, if you hang out with a bunch of people who don't have any goals, or who don't follow in faith, if you follow in faith, maybe you don't, and which in that case, that's a completely different story. But the point is you are who you're going to hang out with. So separate yourself from those around you who are partying, who are sleeping around, who are doing these acts that are so unhealthy. And in return, and I'll tell you this right now, in return, these people will come back to you. It's not the other way around. If you find yourself, you cement yourself in your beliefs, and you build goals and you build something cool, these people are going to see it, and they're gonna want a piece of the cake. They are going to come to you and say, "Hey, man, we should start hanging out," and let them know, "Hey, I would love to hang out with you. Don't close anyone off, but say I would love to hang out with you, but I don't want to be around that." There's nothing wrong with it. And if someone's upset about that, if someone gets angry over the fact that you don't want to hang out with them because they are making bad choices, that's okay. It's okay to be different. Like I said above in faith, you will find people who will separate themselves from you. Whether that be for years, 5 years, 10 years, forever. Understand that that's okay, and that's a part of the process. And you will forever be battling that. It will never go away. Nurturing relationships with our elder loved ones. I said elder because I think it's a little comedic. Just the people around you that are a little bit older, who are more mature, who have experienced life. I love the elder thing. And then also your elders, your seniors. Learn from them. I think that's a super cool thing. Elder family and friends are often the most important people, the ones you will learn the most from. Understand you bring value, and so do they. Not more in amount, but more in experience. Experience is the most important thing. I don't care if you have a $5 million inheritance. I will take learning from experience than $5 million cash. And I say that, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy or, oh, you're just saying that. I say that because you just learned a quarter of someone's lifetime. Now you learn from 5 people. That's an entire lifetime and some. Understand that experience is the most important and most beneficial pass down of assets you can have. Understand you bring value too. Being the younger generation, I love this comment. I love it for our younger generation. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. You haven't lived life. You haven't experienced stuff. I love this statement because when have I experienced life? When I'm 50? Can I start talking when I'm 50? And I'm to a extent, I'm not necessarily calling out, but I am bringing up the matter of the fact that our younger generations are silenced because of that statement. Because you say you don't have experience. To a extent, yeah, I don't. I haven't experienced a lot of things. But does that mean I have less of a say? So with that being said, understand you bring value too. You bring a word to the conversation as much as they do. Maybe a little bit less, but very equal. And not more in amount, same thing, but more in experience. You have different experiences. Understand that. Value your own experiences, but learn deeply from the experiences of others. The greatest asset, the second greatest ROI of our time. Experience second, first is faith, always. Because in faith, you learn an eternity of experiences. You learn an eternity of experiences within faith when you're a follower of Christ. You learn experiences going back to the creation of time itself. What a cool thing that is. Preparing ourselves for our future spouse. The most important thing you'll do in your life is get married. Getting married is one of the most selfless yet selfish acts you can do. I'm going to say that again, okay? Just because I wrote this down. And I actually got goosebumps, okay? The most important thing you'll do I'm gonna sit back from the mic. The most important thing you'll do in your life is get married. Getting married is one of the most selfless yet selfish acts you can commit. So really quick, I want to tackle this. Yes, the most important thing you'll ever do is marry someone else. Period. I don't care if that's controversial. I don't care. That is what I believe down to my core. To serve someone else for a lifetime. To share your lifetime. To share everything with one other person? Are you kidding me? What an awesome thing that is. And I'm going to say this, and I love this. Getting married is one of the most selfless yet selfish acts you can do. To give your life, to give your heart, to give I'm going to say a damn, to give a damn about someone else more than yourself. Yet also do it for your self-benefit. Because getting married is very important and it will benefit you. So I love that statement. I'm probably going to put that on a shirt eventually. So selfless, because you support and grow your spouse. Selfish, because having a partner in life benefits you, grows you as well. Put your spouse above yourself as they should do for you. I love the saying of, and I'm going to shout out a networking group I go to called Roundtable. What makes the group so beautiful and so successful and just so energetic is because it's a give one take one. I care about you more than my business, more than I care about, and we're going to use the spouse thing. I care about you more than my own self, while you care about me more than your own self. So to extent, it's Cayden, but you need to care about yourself. Yes, I do. I mean, there's certain things, but my spouse cares about me as I care about her. And that's why it's so important to know who you're marrying, because um, because if you care about someone so deeply and they don't feel the same, it will fail. Now, if they find that they do care about you or they want to care about you more, then there's always that. There's always revival. But the marriage is the most beautiful thing you can do. Okay. Tradition. I'm sorry, guys. We're at 35 minutes. And that's okay because I'm actually very happy with how this is going. Building traditions. Tradition. Throughout human history, across all cultures, one of the most important consistencies is tradition. Meaning, you'll find this across all cultures. One of the consistent things amongst cultures is tradition. The joy of celebration. Humans love to celebrate. We love to celebrate. We love to go out and give hugs and give kisses and spread presents and spread joy amongst family, friends, society. Tradition enriches us culturally and personally. Celebrate surrounding cultures, but also create your own family culture as well. Celebrate the holidays around you. Go out, learn, but also create your own traditions. Create your own little mini culture within your friends and family. Learn. I think that's an awesome thing. Also, welcome other traditions as well. Tradition is an enrichment in life. It will only enrich you. It may stress you out in the moment because you got to worry about, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, the turkey being cooked and being perfect, and that one family member not causing a commotion. But at the end of the day, you're going to come out smiling with laughs and more memories. And like I said, nurturing present traditions. Nurturing present traditions. Grow them. Like I said, welcome them in and grow them. Bring awareness to them. All traditions from all cultures from everywhere. That's such a beautiful thing about America is we can celebrate anything. Made up or real. You have the opportunity to. And I think that's cool. Wow. Okay, guys. What a great episode that was. I'm gonna have some more stuff coming in at the end. But just because we're where we are on time, today I'm not going to do what I wanted to do. But going further, maybe I'm gonna reconsider my time limit. And what more? I would love to hear comments, concerns. Cayden, this was horrible, way too long. Cayden, you suck. Cayden, you're awesome. I prefer that you're awesome, but if you say you suck, that's okay too. I'm not going to be. I guess it's whatever. I'll take all feedback. And if you got to the end of this video, thank you so much. Thank you for watching and supporting me. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for you to follow me. And I get to serve you. More to come with the Cayden Tynan podcast, and more to come, or the Cayden Tynan show, and more to come with U.S. American. U.S. American is going to be something cool. And I'm going to talk about it more in the next video. I might post some stuff on social media. We'll see. But again, follow me on all socials. I'm super excited to have you along for this ride, and I'm super grateful for you. And God bless. God bless. Have an awesome day. And Cayden Tynan signing out.